Hogsmeade Village.
Lieutenant Dane.
Hello, Forrest.
You got new legs.
Titanium alloy.
Always want to do this in front of you.
Creating content that enlightens and lifts you up.
Dish, sir, dish.
Me at Splash Mountain, just pepper these in here.
Hello everyone, this is Kermit the Frog reporting live from the final showing of Muppet Vision 3D.
Right? God, I missed our daily dishes.
Yes, indeed.
You know, I really don't remember you being this opinionated.
Who knows? It's Hollywood, baby.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the dish!
Hey. So, let's dish.
What do you want to dish about?
Anything you guys want. This is your time.
Welcome back, Fun Fam, and if you're brand new to the channel, welcome in to Follow the Bradley's Fun. My name is Rod E. Bradley. I hope that wherever you are, you're having a phenomenal day. Speaking of the day, as of the recording and live streaming of this, which we're live streaming it right now, if you're watching now, or if you're watching later, well, it's recorded. Today is the 23rd day of the month of June, 2026. And it's a hot one here in Orlando, Florida. I tell you what, man, it is hot. Thank you guys, everybody, for dropping in, especially on a day like today. I think that we might have missed a redirect from Pro today, but which sometimes they happen, sometimes they don't. Well, it was a mix-up. Like last week, we were supposed to do the show on Tuesday and then didn't. And then we did the show on Thursday, and we got the redirect on Thursday, and then it's a mess. But anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed the Pro show and are coming over here, migrating over here now. And then of course we also some stream on top of each other, because I saw Jay and Midnight's Edge, and we're all friends, and yet we all stream at the same time. And much to my own disappointment, I do not have Dean Cain as a guest today. Maybe I'll get him some point in time, though. I do have a way that could happen. If that, hey, it's Bruce. I see Bruce popped in. If that, by the way, if you're watching this now, hit the like button. But if you're watching this on the replay, hit the like button. Yeah, and comment below. Replay gang. But yeah, I'm hoping. So there are a number of special guests that I need to start reaching out to, and I think something's going to happen here in the next week or so. That's also going to improve the quality of the show. I won't say what yet, but hopefully that's going to happen, and hopefully the technical quality of the show improves. But also I've got a former Miss America that I want to have on as a guest, Mr. Branson himself, Terry Sanders. Would love to have him on as a guest. And there are plenty of other people. I might be able to get one of the Osmonds on as a guest. I've got to start reaching out to people and see what we can do, especially as we reach the first half of the year and the second half of the year. Like because I think the disc schedule has been the same for almost 6 months now, and I want to really, improve on the show and all the things that we do. And especially if I can get some technical improvements going, everything else will improve as well. So welcome in everybody that's here. Thank you so much for being here. And thank you, StreamYard, for glitching me out every single time I try to hit one little button and it doesn't work the way I want it to. But guys, you are the apple in my eye. You're the cream in my coffee. You're the energon that gets this guy to transform and roll out of bed on days like today to be here with you.
A toast, Autobots. Boy, these are good. I needed to refuel. Energy. This stuff's the greatest.
And trying to grab the chat over here. Let's see what we've got going on. We've got Snortopoopas Q Burr first in the house. Hello, humans and other critters. Hello, polar bear from Pinellas County. Our friendly polar bear, Snortopoopas Q Burr. I follow the Bradley's one. Hello, and Eric and Raph says we are on the road picking up the cars, trying to tune in as we can. Now, here's the thing. El Paso's kind of pretty. I never really studied El Paso, but today my wife and I were checking it out. We clicked into a video that shows kind of where El Paso is. It's on the other side, like Juarez is on the other side, Mexico. And you got the mountains out there. It's kind of a pretty area, a little mountainous, deserty kind of a thing going on. We want to come out. Hopefully we can come out and see it at some point in time. I think that'd be fun. I think it's probably a good day, at least a day drive for us. Like if we start really early in the morning, maybe we can make there in 16 hours or something like that. But it would be fun. Be a good time. Woofle McGruffle is here, ready to do. We're all ready for the Woofle McGruffle Shuffle now. I get that song stuck in my head. And Goin' Shogi, our great mod, is here in the background and also maybe in the background. Kit Kat is here. Hello, Kit Kat. Meow. Yeah, and freedom seeker. I guess I'm probably emphasizing the dumb more than the free. I should. Freedom. Howdy, y'all. Let's dish. I agree. Let's dish. It's dish time. It's dish time. Kit Kat, howdy, freedom seeker. Hello. Izzo's Places. Cool. Yes, indeed. And it's not the actor that everybody thought it was. Let's see who else is here. I'm forwarding. I think I got Andrew Brake. Andrew is here. Andrew says, hi, Ron. Hi, Andrew. Good to see you. Is it Ann or is it Drew or is it Brake? And Bruce Newhouse is in the house. They call him Bruce. The very famous name. Bruce is what is that? Is that Bruce is the Hulk and Bruce is Batman? Lots of Bruces out there. The Bud Files. Is that Sue? Sue, is that you? The Bud Files is here. And let's see. Andrew Brake says, am I wrong for thinking Pro is way off by giving Toy Story a 7? Because I was in the same theater. I saw Frozen 2, SWFA, and Toy Story and SWFA. Star Wars Force Awakens had the same reaction, 50-50. But Disney lost young. I don't know. I'm going to see it tomorrow. We've got our tickets for Toy Story 5. I don't know if he said he's giving Toy Story 7. What he did say is that 6 and 7 are about to come out. But I don't know. I mean, for me personally, as an adult, I care less what other adults think about Toy Story. I care what my kid thinks about Toy Story. Now, if he walks out of Toy Story and goes, I didn't like that so much, then we'll know, you know. And First Dragon Queen is here. First Dragon Queen is in the house. Let's see. I give it a 3, but I could agree on a 5. Well, there you go. Is it a 3 or is it a 5? Troy is here. Hello, Troy Gustafson. Good to see Troy in the house. Trying to make sure I don't miss anybody. And let's talk about our celebrations, what we do on this channel. This channel, and this is so important, this channel is all about you, all about the community. Follow the Bradley's Fun. We call you the Fun Fam. And I call myself the internet's Mr. Nice Guy. Why? Because I have a scowl on my face. I try to wear a smile on my face. It's look, even in the face of adversity, I just smiling. It's good for you. Smile a bit like it's happy time. So I'm Mr. Nice Guy till you make me mean. But anyway, yeah, so I'm really digging this first super chat that we do have. So anytime we get super chat, super things, super stickers, PayPal, buy me coffee, we get those little gems, jewels, what do they call them in the chat? We get any people buying anything from the spread shop. Apparently I'm an Amazon affiliate too. So Prime Days, I got an Amazon affiliate on my link somewhere on my channel. Anyway, any of the support that we get from you, we celebrate it, and we celebrate that with special celebration videos. Now, the first one is going to be for the first Dragon Queen, who chimes in for $5. Ron makes a super chat goal, and I release the next person in the bear suit. Hugs for all. Hey, there it is for the super chat for the goal today. And we have less time to make it in. Now, I put a 2-hour limit on the goal so that we could get it during the show, but the show is going to be a little bit shorter today. And I'll tell you why. It's because at 5:20, I think 5:20, we're going to go see Michael. Because my wife really wants to see Michael, and I promised her, and I haven't taken her yet. So we haven't seen it at the movie theater. She wants to go see it at the movie theater. We're going to go today to see it at 5:20 p.m. So everybody, please, this is how we celebrate together as a community. In the chat, as we're celebrating, as I play the first Dragon Queen's clip, please celebrate below with emojis, fun emojis. If you're a member of the channel, we have custom emojis for you. If you're not a member of the channel, any fireworks emojis, fun emoji, whatever kind of emojis we'll do, make it fun, celebrate together, and we are going to celebrate and say thank you to the first Dragon Queen right now. Everybody help us celebrate. Here we go.
The sovereign is moving. The hall begins to shake. High stakes magic in a breath we take. Dragon Queen, wear your crown in the sky. Feel the wings of the night as we start to fly. Every scale is a mirror of the fire in the soul. Let the perfect magic take a midnight toll. Crown of memory that the stars have never told. A story that the stars have never told. No typical story, no glitches tonight. Just the roar of the magic in the neon light. Dragon Queen, wear your crown in the sky. Feel the wings of the night as we start to fly. Every scale is a mirror of the fire in the soul. Let the perfect magic take a midnight toll. Crown of memory that the stars have never told. A story that the stars have never told.
We're singing along. So, hey, help us get the goal. It's 10 today, or a combo of 10 and perhaps some memberships given or something like that. I don't let YouTube decide when I get the goal. I decide when I get the goal, kind of. Although, really, it helps the algorithm a whole lot. But anyway, yeah. And then she lets us know who the next person in the bear suit is. Hugs for all. Thank you, First Dragon Queen. And hopefully I was on time getting started today. And I think I saw, let me scroll up and see if I can find it. Yes, my mom is in the house. Michael Jackson, the movie about Michael Jackson. Yes, and checking in. Everybody say hi, Mom. Hi, Mom. Hi, Mom. Hi, Mom. And also, there's another person that we want to say hi to, and that is our guest panelist for the day. There might be more than one coming in. Maybe somebody's coming in later, but for now, we have a guest panelist coming in. Everybody, you know him. You love him.
You know, I just don't see the
Yo,
similarities.
Shogi is
I don't
here.
see them at all.
Hey, you get a Muppet, I get a Muppet. You can hold them up so we can have them our
got
Muppets
our
up at the
Muppets.
same time.
Yours kind of looks like you too.
Yeah, kind of does actually. Do I have that big of a nose? I might.
Oh, I can't talk. I got a honker.
Sam, what have you prepared for us today?
Well, it's a spectacular tribute to all of the countries of the world, but mostly America.
How long is it?
3.5 hours.
You have a minute and a half.
Oh, F that, I'm out of here.
I love
what he
Sam.
really would have said. It is a ghostly Sam Eagle because the coloring, I guess, kind of matches the screen behind me kind of thing. There.
It's the spirit of Muppet Vision, Sam.
Oh no, he's disappearing like Muppet Vision. So yeah, in the ride in Rock and Roller Coaster now, Waldorf and Statler and Waldorf, you can't see them. You can't see them unless you go on the ride.
Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna say like you can't see them because like it goes by so fast or something.
No, you could actually get stuck there depending on. So the first time
if you're a little kid, you don't get to see
twice. No, yeah. So the where they are, they're right at the end of the ride, but they are faced like the whole unit that they're in, because it's not just them. They're in like a unit where they, whatever. It's faced toward the roller coaster, which means that even if once you get off the roller coaster, if you look back, you can't see it because it's facing away from you. So you can only see it if you go on the roller coaster, and it's right at the end of the ride. And you can, like, if the unloading, if the deboarding of the train in front of you takes extra time, your train might get stuck behind that train, and then you might get the show, like you might get to see them for a little bit longer. But the reason I'm saying that is because unless you already have like your cell phone or camera or whatever out and ready to go, it's kind of hard to film it. So I haven't had a chance. I keep wanting to see if I can get it on film, and I would have to put my camera somewhere where it would be safe, but I could also get to it. I'm not going to hold it during the ride because there's no point in filming that ride. Like a POV,
Yeah, you're not going to see anything. You're moving so fast.
Look, black light. Yeah.
Honestly, I don't know why they wouldn't put them in the queue, because the queue is so bland that it could have used something like that.
Right. So it does. The queue changes every time you go through it, like the front part, but I think that happened before with Rock and Roller Coaster. Like there's video screens and they're playing something, and it's probably different, a little bit different every single time you go in. It's a fun ride though. To me, it makes more sense with the Muppets than it did with Aerosmith.
I agree. I'm not against the Muppets being there at all. I just wish we didn't have to lose one to gain the other.
I'm hoping that we don't. If they're smart, I think if they're really smart, and it could take as long as until Villains Land opens. I hope it doesn't. But that villain show that's back there sucks. I mean, it's just like, that is such a waste. And what I mean by that is it could have been a great show, but you would need a cast. For what they do for Frozen, they have a very minimal cast for that show too. I don't know if you've ever been out and seen the Frozen live show at Hollywood Studios, Jogi, but
I haven't watched the show, but I've passed it.
There's two storytellers retelling what happens in the movie Frozen, and at the end, Anna comes out, Elsa comes out, and I don't know if you even know if Olaf makes an appearance, but it's very limited cast. But it works because it's comedy. It's not singing and dancing, right? So
okay,
and it's a sing along with the audience, so it works for that show. It gets you out of the heat into air conditioning, and it's a sing along, and people like Frozen, so it kind of works for that show. But the limited cast doesn't work for a villain show, because a villain needs the production of, I would say, at least 6 live action villains and probably a dancing chorus behind them, like another 6 dancers. to make it a real good live action villains show. Having been, involved in show productions for, for Six Flags, for Silver Dollar City, for other theme parks, it's just really weird to see kind of a less than a Six Flags level show being presented at a Disney park. Like everybody in the industry, when I was a kid, we always used to look up to, there were two entities that we used to look up to, and everybody aspired to get into one of these two places. One was Opryland. That doesn't exist anymore. But like the Opryland auditions were crazy. I've auditioned for Opryland, and it was nuts. It was really, really hard to get in. That was the year that I ended up getting in Silver Dollar City. But the other entity, of course, is Disney. Everybody wants to be a Disney performer, because it used to be if you could get Disney on your resume, you could get almost any other job after that. And that's changing a lot.
Yeah.
I
always thought that they should do Captain EO again, but with the Muppets. I think that would actually bring excitement back into Captain EO too.
It would be. I don't know what it's questionable, like what the exact rights are, and if the rights to Captain EO have anything to do with the Jackson estate. I don't know. I literally don't know, but
that's a good question.
It's not beyond the realm of possibility. So yes, that is a ghostly Sam Eagle. So we do have some things on the docket to talk about today, and this first one, Shogi already knows it, and you guys have probably heard about it. It's a little weird, but yeah, we're gonna bring you the first story, and it's definitely something I prefer not to talk about, but I have my own 13-year-old son. This comes to us out of People magazine. A boy, 13, climbs out of a log mid-ride on Tiana's Bayou Adventure at Disneyland, gets taken to the hospital. Now, you may have heard this was a girl. There were some people like on different places reporting this as a girl, but it apparently is it was a boy. Really, really kind of bizarre story. Now, to be fair, my own son, who is 13, no longer wants to ride Tiana's Bayou Adventure, but at least when we did ride it, he stayed in the whole time. I'm going, was it so bad that like I can't be here anymore? I gotta climb out mid-ride. I don't know what the heck. I don't know what the reason for is. This is by Angelique Brennis and Sean Mandel and published today on June 23rd. Officials said the attraction was immediately stopped after the guests exited a ride vehicle before the ride had ended. Wow. So there is a picture of Tiana's, and I'm sure that's the Disneyland version because it says the newest attraction, Disneyland California. Credit Sandy Hooper, USA Today Network. Need to know, a 13-year-old exited a Disneyland ride early, prompting the attraction to be stopped by cast members, resort officials told People. That teen was evaluated at a local hospital as a precaution and later released. The ride reopened the next day after being inspected and approved by safety officials. And then this is what they're giving us in the story. A 13-year-old Disneyland guest was evaluated at a local hospital after exiting a boat on Tiana's Bayou Adventure before the attraction had ended, resort officials told People magazine. The guest climbed out of the log ride vehicle before the attraction's conclusion on June 21st, prompting a cast member to immediately stop the attraction, according to Disneyland resort officials. After leaving the boat, the guest continued along part of the attraction's path before being assisted by cast members, resort officials said. Multiple park goers who claimed to have witnessed the incident shared on Reddit that they allegedly saw the boy slide down the ride's big final drop. According to the Disneyland website, the attraction concludes with a 50-foot drop hill. Even though this picture says it's Disneyland, are they really exactly the same? Because this really does look like Disney World's version. on that?
They're exactly the same. I've been on
They
both,
are?
and they're exactly the same.
They're exactly the same. Okay, well,
You
then
guys
I'll
just
go
have
with
one
the same.
more drop than us, but other than that, everything inside. Well, like there is one difference. Our animatronics kind of work, but other than that, the rest of the ride is exactly the same.
Yeah, it's so the boy climbed. And there's not been, as far as I know, there's been no interview with the boy yet or his family. Yes, it is. I was the person who coined Tiana Broccoli Mountain.
That's going to be a tricky one to get because since he's a minor, I don't know if anybody would be allowed to interview him. I mean, obviously you'd have to go through the parents, but I don't even know what those rules would be to interview a kid.
I don't know. The parents could definitely be interviewed. I have seen interviews with parents. Yeah, they are different ride vehicles. So the ride vehicles you have in Disneyland are single file in the log. And as a matter of fact, your ride vehicles for both, I used to call it Splash Mountain, Space Mountain. What's up, Seabrew? Everest, good to see you guys. Splash Mountain, Space Mountain. Okay, so at Disneyland, Space Mountain has the cool dual seated Space Mountain ride vehicle. So you have a bigger ride vehicle for Space Mountain out there, and it's actually way more comfortable because the single file on Space Mountain sucks. It's
single file on every ride is terrible.
Well, that's true, and it's just I'm a tall guy. There's never any room for my legs, and I typically don't ride Space Mountain anymore because it's old, it's rickety, it needs to be rebuilt. But that's beside the point.
I'm tall laterally, so single file doesn't really play well for me either.
But Splash Mountain, the single file is not quite as bad in a log flume as it is in a roller coaster. However, the Matterhorn is worse. I've never been on Matterhorn. Every time I've been to Disneyland, the Matterhorn is down, and so has Indiana Jones been every single time.
100% factually worse.
Yeah, I've heard.
They used to on the Matterhorn. The very first ones, you used to have to sit in laps. Like you used to have to tell them like, I don't want to sit in a lap in order to get your own row.
My goodness gracious me. Is this playing or not? I'm gonna try to.
Yeah, I've been on the single file Splash Mountain many times, and I can honestly say it is a very uncomfortable ride. The seats are very low and they're very tight together.
Yeah. So this is Tiana's at night. And of course, you're saying this is the Disney World version. I still don't know how do you get out? It just seems, I don't know, maybe a 13-year-old boy could do it. I don't think I would have the ability to get out. As a matter of fact, I don't know if it's my age or if it's my size or what it is, but almost all of the rides at Disney World and Disneyland, I have a difficult time getting out of them at the exit, like pushing up off the seats.
They're very low.
I don't know. Everything's really, really low. And it's even at the regular exit, it's not that easy to get out of.
Yeah. They have to play all that loud music so that you can't hear all the dads going, huh, when they pull themselves up out of the car.
Yeah. As far as I know, Tiana's Bayou Adventure does not have any kind of basketball court underneath the ride like Matterhorn does for the cast members. That's the big thing. Everybody seems to know that now. Oh, look, there's the dancing okra. Yeah, I don't know. Shogi, you had mentioned that somebody else got out of a ride too.
Yeah, I think it was like less than a year ago. An adult man got out on Tiana's, didn't he? And then there was also the guy who got out on Small World. Like, seems to be all these boat rides without seatbelts. People are just climbing on out recently, and that's never really been a thing before. But for the kid to climb out specifically to go down the drop, he must have had that in mind the second he got on the ride. Like, I don't think you like get halfway through that ride and go, you know what? I'm going to slide down the big drop without the boat. Like, I don't think that's a thought you have without thinking about it for a while first. even as a kid.
So, I mean, my question is, was it a normal kid that wanted to do this as a prank, or was there any, maybe special needs that this kid has that maybe that's why it happened? Or like, I'm just really like we don't know any of the circumstances about it, and that's what seems to be weird to me. But you're right, like there have been, since 2020, the number of bizarre incidents at Disney parks is just climbing and climbing and climbing. And I don't think it's social media. I mean, I used to blame social media for becoming more prominent, but let's be honest, we've had one form or another of social media since the year 2000. And I know it's easier to share things now than it ever has been before, but is it really that much easier to share than it ever has been before? I mean, Reddit's been around for a long time, right?
Yeah.
And that's where some of these things are coming from, was Reddit.
I mean, it's not going to be
MySpace
good
was around, I think. I don't know if it was the
if
year
people
2000.
keep doing this and Disney adds restraints to these rides, the wait times on all of those are going to skyrocket through the roof. Like, part of the reason that Splash Mountain and Small World are such people eaters because they don't have to check your seatbelts before you start the ride.
Here, I'll show you. So, I mean, this is, so just so you know what the ride at, I was showing before the footage of Splash of Tiana's Bayou Adventure at Disney World. This is Disneyland. Show you probably recognize the ride.
Yep.
That would be me. This was a while back, 2012, I think. Let's see if I'm going the right direction. So there's what the log looks like. I'm at the front. We're all saying hi in the log, riding the ride. Seriously though, how do you get out of it? Are there 6 people? Looks like there's 6.
Yeah, there's 6 rows. And then the very back row is slightly larger than the rest.
Okay, so that's where the leg room is built in, I guess. Okay, so and obviously I was able to take pictures during it. That wasn't an issue. I don't know what that is. Oh, there we go. There's our right. This is the most awkward picture of me on a ride, by the way.
Yeah. Like you can see in that photo that the lady behind the guy in the blue shirt, her leg is like in his armpit. Like you're wedged in there. Right.
So how, I mean, and she's tiny. Like I happen to know she's probably about the size of a 13-year-old boy. How do you get that? And don't make fun of what it looks like I'm doing with my arm. Okay. Stop that.
Yeah.
That's it. I think, the reason it was like that is, remember how in the other shots I'm holding my camera up? I'm trying to
you put the camera down so it wouldn't get wet.
Yes. And it looks so awkward on that picture.
Yeah.
I've always thought that was funny. But there it is.
But honestly, like that final lift is so long that if he wanted to get out, he'd have more than enough time to climb out.
Because of this story, I'm noticing something in this photo after 14 years, because this is 14 years ago that this photo was taken. I'm noticing something I've never noticed before, that in the back of this boat, there's actually 2 people in that single seat.
Because the back row is wide enough for a little kid and a parent. So if the kid is just tall enough to ride, they'll put them in the back row with a parent. But the 13-year-old almost definitely had it. He had his own row.
And by the way, that's me afterwards. I got this is probably the most soaked I've ever gotten on any ride ever in the history of ever. I got so freaking soaked, and I was in the front row. So I thought by bending down, the water would go over me. And I don't know why, but in Splash Mountain, it just all came in.
It goes in your lap.
Yeah, it was horrible. And I was wearing jeans because it was September in California. And I wasn't thinking, it was like the end of September in California. And I'm like, this jeans should be fine, right? No, it was awful. Yeah. I know. Lothran Prime's like, jeans on Splash Mountain.
Jeans on Splash Mountain. You're a madman.
The rest of that day was not comfortable.
I bet it never evaporates. It's just your own humidifier.
Yeah, it was a very uncomfortable rest of the day. And I think we went over to California Adventure after that. I think it was a 2-park day. It was interesting because was it the next day that I was flying home from there? I think it was on that trip that I went to the Disneyland property in the morning and then flew home and went to Disney World property at night so I could say that I've been to both Disneyland and Disney World in the same day.
That's cool.
But it's the exact opposite of the way that you'd think you would do it because you gain time when you go to California. And I lost time and still I made it to Disney World property like 7:00 in the evening or something. So yes. It's good for cooling down in the summer. The front row is the wettest seat at Disneyland. Well, yeah, I learned that the hard way. But honestly, the Splash Mountain at Disney World, you kind of don't get wet at it. Like it's you get a little
especially
wet
when they're not running water through it.
No, yeah, like it used to be you could get really splashed, but I don't know, maybe they can run more at different times, but you don't have the 2 bursts at the end. You used to get bursts of water that came up as you went down the hill and they would come on top of you, and then you get a huge splash at the end, and that huge splash is not the same as it used to be. So it seems to be. I just really wish that in Tiana's, I don't love Tiana's. Splash Mountain was much better, but if they were going to do Tiana's, how could they not do like Friends on the Other Side or something? When,
honestly, if they would have just kept it Princess and the Frog, I think people were actually really looking forward to that and the possibility that they could do something really cool with that. And they were actually willing to forgive a little bit of losing Splash Mountain as long as they did something cool. But they didn't. And so people got offended because they should be. Especially after they come out and tell you we deserved a downgrade.
Yeah, that was the worst part of it. A necessary downgrade. How is it necessary when you literally, if you're calling it necessary because of the R word, walking through a queue of a mine that was operated by slaves as a punishment, because that's why they got sent there. Like, oh, that's the history that I want. By the way, even worse than that, it makes fun of that in the queue as you're walking by and you see signs that literally say things like seasoned veterans only, because the seasoned veterans work in that mine. Guess who those would have been?
Yeah.
That's really, really bad. It should never happen. What's up, Disney Secret Kingdom?
Hey, what's up?
Love these guys. They are great streamers. I haven't heard anything. I don't know if you know. Have you heard anything about Park Streams?
Only the rumblings that everybody else has heard about Disney wanting to either extremely limit it or get rid of it altogether. I'm not really sure what they're going to do.
All I know,
but I wouldn't be surprised if I wouldn't be surprised if like the people staying at the hotels were complaining, and that's probably why they're starting to get a little more crackdown on it.
Yeah, I don't really know. I mean, if we talk about things like the Disney buses at Disney World, it's only Disney Springs. I really truly believe that the bus thing at Disney Springs happened specifically because people were using it as a way to park for free to go to the parks and avoiding the $35 parking fee. I don't see it. The boat could have interfered with people getting, going over to French Quarter and then riding the boat back to Disney Springs. There being a backup to get on the boat from the Port Orleans, either Riverside or French Quarter. But I don't know. But hey, I do see something from somebody that we probably ought to address.
Back to Super Chats.
Freedom Seeker has gifted 5 of Follow the Bradley's Fun memberships. Let's see who those memberships went to. We've got Disney Boy Stitch 13 got a gifted membership. Dr. Bravo 2870, Scully Catcher, Ninja Pat, and John Make It Rain got gifted memberships from Freedom Seeker. So thank you. I feel like I got frozen again.
Just for a second. Yeah, I see Lothron Prime saying blame the quote unquote influencers. And there is something to that. It's just when there's such an incredible number of influencers and they're all competing to create content, it's only a numbers game that some of them are going to give up the good secrets because they're trying to also gain the same viewers as everybody else. So it's an inevitable side effect of having any kind of Disney related social media in general. But it always just takes a couple bad apples to spoil the bunch. I suppose that's the way it always goes. Oh no, I'm by myself. Oh, I don't know about the 2-seater Matterhorn ride vehicles were more fun and spacious than the new ones. I don't know about that. I sat on a few laps when it was the classic Matterhorn, and that was not the best experience ever in a Disney park. You were receiving the pain of those drops from the back and the front. Yeah, the removal of the rivers of America is also offensive. It just doesn't make any sense. Like, you're coming up over the drop of the bayou and you're going to be overlooking the desert of what's going to be Cars Land, not Cars Land. It just thematically makes no sense. Like, at least coming up over the water, even if it was the rivers of America and it wasn't strictly the bayou, it at least made sense. I mean, they're already pushing it by having a mountain in the middle of the bayou, but I mean, arguing apples and oranges.
I think I'm back.
Hey, he's back. I was trying to vamp there for you.
Thanks. Oh, Zamboni. Mo Zamboni is in the... if I would have known you were available, I would have sent you the invite today, Mo. My gosh. Yeah, it's... Where did everybody just come from? Did we just get a raid?
Yeah, we got a raid from Mo's Game Room, I think it said.
Thank you, Mo. Appreciate that. Wow, that's awesome. We got a raid. Thank you for the raid. I appreciate that. Again, some of these technical glitches may be cleared up by next week. That's the hope and prayer, but we'll see what happens there. But for now, I don't think we've done it yet. We got to celebrate Freedom Seeker. Yeah, and I am working on your clip, the Huckleberry, but I think we'll just do let's do the Wookiee dance. Oh, hey, thanks for the raid from Mo Zamboni. By the way, if you haven't checked out his channel, make sure you are checking that out. Mo is great. All our friends, gosh, between I was looking too at the event that we've got going on in Greenville, South Carolina. Nerdrotic is going to be there, Critical Drinker is going to be there, Fake
nice.
Wizard is going to be there. So yeah, we've got a big event coming up next month in Greenville, South Carolina, and at least as of right now, it looks like I am going to make it up there for that. So, oh, thanks, Going Shogi. So it's funny because I have I am so afraid. You're gonna hate this. I'm on this fitness journey thing, right? And it's a matter of diet, exercise, timing, and routine. And I've been so afraid of missing my routine. And Mo Zamboni is going to be there up in Greenville. So
nice.
Yeah, it's going to be a pretty big event as far as the, it's as far as the representation from the YouTuber side of things that are going to be there. I was really surprised because I was looking at checking it out. I think it's going to be a really good time. And so if you are anywhere near the Greenville area, July the 17th, yeah, check it out. I'll see if I can find it. Maybe we can put it on the screen in a little bit. But let me make sure, because I have to redo the present thing. And I've got to get that back on. Got to get the right the right screen on the screen. I'm hoping that we can eventually get a follow-up to the 13-year-old boy on Tiana's thing. Because,
I would like to know what he was thinking, or if
right.
I'm not ruling out that it might have been a TikTok thing just because current trend, but I'm genuinely curious what was going through his head.
What's on your mind there, boy? What I'll say if I were working in my Foghorn Leghorn days.
Yeah.
What I'll say? What you're trying to do there, all of a sudden?
So for those that don't know the story, this is really funny because I worked in theme parks. Theme parks are my whole thing. When I was 18 years old, when I was 18 years old, 18, 19, 20, I worked at Six Flags. I worked there for 3 years in a row. 1990, 91, and 92. 92, I was in a show, and but I tried to fill in my time with as much as I could. So anytime we weren't doing the show or the days that I wasn't scheduled, I picked up shifts as a railroad spieler. Back when they didn't have the recorded spiel, I did the spiel live. I learned the whole spiel. I did some of it as Bill Cosby. People like that. I would like to introduce you to the 1904 World's Fair, you see. Oh, yeah, I can't really do Cosby now without getting called out for certain things. So,
yeah, that impression's kind of been ruined for all of us.
I know, right? Would you like a pudding pop? I put a little something special in it for you.
Yeah. Especially like his barbecue sauce episode does not age well.
That's not good. Anyway, so what I did I played Foghorn Leghorn for a day as a character. I was friends with Foghorn Leghorn. That's what they would say at Disney. The funny thing about that one particular unusual day, and whoever this happened to, because I don't even remember his name now, it was so long ago, but somebody I knew from college I saw while I was in the Foghorn Leghorn suit. And it's been such a long time, I don't actually remember the guy's name, but pretending the name, it was Timothy, okay? We'll just pretend it. I saw him, and I literally, I walked up to him and said,
well, I'll say, what you doing there, Timothy? How's you doing today?
And he was like, what the, who is that? To this very day, he is probably haunted by that meeting, because I don't think he knows who
you never found out.
I don't think I haven't seen him before or since. We were in college together the year before, but I never seen him.
That's a great joke. That's such a good prank.
Is okay though, because you think about that. What if I caused him some serious trauma? I hope not. I really hope not. Troy,
me and my brother still give each other a hard time in the Foghorn Leghorn, where he's just like, "Pay attention, boy! You're embarrassing yourself."
Pay attention, boy!
I'm a chicken hawk, and you're a chicken. Seabrew has chimed in. I haven't heard the Culture Bear Bop for a minute. Seabrew wants the Culture Bear Bop. All right, well, this is for Seabrew. We're gonna play the bop for our good friend Culture Bear. Celebrate with us. So for the person that said we were allowed to talk, no, I could have gotten in huge trouble. I was definitely not allowed to talk. That was the only person that I talked to through the costume. But also my handler knew that I was only doing this for a day. So it's not like I couldn't get fired from my main job. As a matter of fact, I kept replacing other people in that show that got fired. So
oh no,
that's how I ended up I ended up doing the MC Hammer song Pray, because we had an MC Hammer impersonator, but he would never show up on time. So he got fired. So then they put the only other black guy that was in the cast, they put him in to do Pray, and he was super gay. And he came across as really effeminate. He's like, you got to pray just to make it today. And the producers didn't like it. So
it was more Richard Simmons than MC Hammer.
So at the time, I had two solos in the show. I had a country solo and I had the other rap solo, which was Go For It from Rocky V. So yeah, it's time for the rhyme of the bold and the gifted. Listen closely and you'll get lifted higher than you've ever been. Anyway, so I had that rap. And they're like, well, let's see if we can put somebody else into that rap, and we'll put Ron and MC Hammer. They tried it out. They liked me. And then the only complaint, I never really got a complaint for doing it, but from the audience one time, they said, I think we saw his junk like floating around in the Hammer pants. But here's the thing. It wasn't at all that. I had a really quick change for that. So I took my long sleeve shirt and I pulled it down, put it around my waist, and tied it so that those sleeves were what was under the Hammer pants, and the sleeves jiggled back and forth, but they were just in the shirt. So that was fun. And
you just created a new meme for yourself.
Probably, if anybody ever sees that. I still have all the videotapes of that, and eventually I want to take those tapes, digitize them all, and see if I can edit that into a good quality copy of that show and put it on YouTube. It would be a lot of fun if I could do that.
Speaking of talking characters, real quick, there's actually a video on YouTube you can find. In the 80s, the people who were in the costumes at Disneyland took their character costumes and did Captain Eeyore, where like Eeyore is Captain EO, and they have like two of the Evil Queen is like the two-headed character. And they did all of this after the park closed when nobody else was there, like totally against the rules. And they made shot for shot Captain EO with Eeyore and the other costume characters.
That's awesome. They should do Captain Eeyore for real, or the Muppets thing that we've talked
you can find it on YouTube still.
Well, we have another story, and this is a Walt Disney World story that is this is the hottest story of the year. Literally, although it doesn't necessarily make it a good story.
I have news.
What type of news is it?
Well, to be perfectly frank, it's bad.
Maybe if you tell me the bad news in a good way, it won't sound so bad.
The bad news in a good way. Yes, I can do that. Well, here goes. Wait till you hear this.
I love Richard Mole in that. It's so funny.
Love that.
Yeah,
movie.
this is horrible. The stories everywhere. I picked one out of the Daily Mail. Disney Hotel faces unacceptable air conditioning outage as heat wave descends on the theme park. Oh my heck. Disney fans, this is by Julia. I'm going to mess this last name up so bad. Out of the Daily Mail from MSN by Julia DeZurle. I don't know how to pronounce it. Sorry, Julia. Disney fans staying in one of the company's Orlando resort hotels are finding their vacations less than magical. A whole lot less, by the way. Guests have been left sweltering at Disney's Wilderness Lodge, one of the Florida theme park's most coveted deluxe resorts, after a multi-day air conditioning outage hit during a brutal Florida heat wave. The problems first began on Thursday. That's Thursday last week, when guests reported higher than normal temperatures in the resort's main building, including guest rooms, the lobby, restaurants, and other areas. Boulder Ridge, the separate Disney Vacation Club wing of the Wilderness Lodge, reportedly has not experienced AC issues at this time. Now, those are actually, it's not even a wing, it's a separate building, just so that people know. And it's really nice when you go down to Boulder Ridge. That's actually where I call it the train room is down there. And there's a whole area that shows like Walt Disney and pictures of him with their trains and stuff. It's pretty cool. The outage came just as Central Florida and its beloved Disney theme park were baking under a heat index values of 100 degrees or higher. It actually got up to, I think, somebody measured at the heat index at 117 in the parking lot as the sun, like you have the humidity and then the sun hits the pavement and then it bounces back up. And then just in that area, it could get really sweltering hot, leaving some visitors struggling to escape the oppressive heat and humidity. That's ridiculous. It's got to be $300 to $600 a night in this place. That's not true. That is not true. It is not $300 to $600 a night at Wilderness Lodge. It is $600 a night or over. There are rooms at the Wilderness Lodge that are probably over $3,000 per night, maybe even more, because there are some DVC villas and there are 3-bedroom deluxe villas there. We stayed in, I think it's not Boulder Ridge, it's like Canyon something anyway. We stayed there, and I think paying half price for my wife's birthday a few years ago, we were paying like $425 a night, and that was half price. So $300 to $600 a night. I don't know where they're getting that low of a figure from, but yeah, this is
it's from a Redditor, so it's probably their hoop dream, their fans, their pixie dust hoop dreams.
Either that or they're going off what they've known from the past, because the prices increase every year on these hotels, and a decade ago it was maybe $300 to $600 a night. Not now, it's way higher.
I was curious about what Disneyland charges during Boogie Bash, because fall is like their new summer. For a Sunday, it was a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, because you have to get at least 2 nights in Disneyland. You can't just do 1 night. Each night for the cheapest room was $800.
Holy mackerel! Yeah,
for the parking lot view, the room was $800 a night.
Yeah, and they can just say crap view because that's pretty much what you're getting there. The Wilderness Lodge, by the way, is beautiful. It's a deluxe resort. It is. I mean, I guess it's themed after the like a Northwest Lodge, somewhere maybe like Yosemite, something like that. Some rooms reached over 80 degrees even after the sun went down, leaving sticky guests and those with trips on the horizon furious with the Disney Hotel. I would say I'd be very furious with that Disney Hotel, and with Disney management and everything else. Because if I'm spending that much on a resort, I expect AC when it's 106 degrees outside. One Reddit user wrote, well, another client chimed in saying it's not like you can crack a window. Not that it would improve anything. This is in Florida, after all. I hope you got reimbursed. That's absolutely unacceptable. Another Reddit user wrote, Disney did offer compensation for resort guests who were not shuffled to an air-conditioned hotel. What kind of compensation? Like, to me, you would have to relocate me to another comparable deluxe and then comp that room afterwards and comp all the I don't see how they make up for this.
The only way that they could get away with not giving you any money back was if they moved you to another deluxe and upgraded the room.
Yeah. But even then, because a lot of times they upgrade rooms for free anyway. Like, that's just a thing.
But for the most part, most people would be understanding of that. Like, if you moved from the Wilderness Lodge to the Polynesian and they gave you a suite instead of a regular room, a lot of people would be like, all right, we're even.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to check, because I'm looking at this. This is the cost. By the way, last I checked, they still hadn't returned the air conditioning full yet, even to this week, to this point.
Those poor workers.
Yeah. It says
they don't get to relocate. They're just working in it.
No, it says on the Walt Disney World website, a standard resort view room with 2 queen beds costs $585 for 1 night on June 22nd. So yeah, you can see that's a standard regular queen room, $584. But I want to go to the Disney World website, and I'm just going to check. I'm literally going to check and see what the rooms are right now.
I will say I have been in the Disneyland. This was years ago, but I have been in the Disneyland hotel for a stay when the air conditioner broke, and they were actually really good about it. They moved us to a different tower, and they gave us a free dinner or something at one of the restaurants. So we didn't need any kind of compensation because it was only an hour of having to deal with it, because they were on it. As soon as the air conditioner went out and we brought it to their attention and they saw it wasn't coming back, they got us out of there and they got us a new room right away.
Let's see if I can. I'm trying to bring this up just so I can say. But yeah, in the past, Disney has been on top of things like this. Like they've been really, really good about compensating people, helping people out. Let's see. Average Carmageddon says, yeah, $600 to $4,000 per night, $800 per night average, maybe.
Those suites at the Grand Californian, like their high-end suite, gets up to like $15,000 a night.
I mean, like when I was working for DVC, like some of the rooms are just immaculate. What about those people that had reservations for the? Yeah, exactly. Like I'm going to show you that in a little bit because it's an amazing experience. The restaurants got closed, which I don't even think that's part of that article, but I know they have. Let me see here. If we say 2 adults,
was it the whole hotel or just the main tower?
The main building, and I don't know how much it spilled over into other areas, but there were a lot of so Copper Creek Villas. That's where I stayed. Copper Creek is what it was called, and I'm trying to see if I can find some dates. Let's pretend I wanted to say, I don't know, let's say this weekend because it'd be about the same, right? And,
honestly, even after they get that air conditioner back up and running, that's going to take days to cool that place back off.
Oh,
like
yeah,
you don't just like switch on the AC and the room is cool. Like you're trying to cool off a massive building. It's going to take like days to get back to homeostasis.
This is what happens on the website when you bring it up. This resort hotel is currently undergoing construction and refurbishments.
No.
Which is, I mean, that's actually true. It has nothing to do with the air conditioning, but let's see if I can. I'm going to share this, and let's put this on the screen, and we'll just go. This is right from Disney's website, by the way. Let's see. I'm going to scroll down. We've got 2 adults, no children, pretending that is. It says you've got a 2-bedroom villa with a resort view, but it says unavailable. I think they're all unavailable probably right now. 3-bedroom grand villa, which I would love to stay in, by the way. See how it says change search? Nothing's available right now. So this is the biggest problem I've noticed with the Disney website is if nothing's available, they will not show you what the price would be were it available. And of course, they don't have anything available.
If they do that, then they can't price flex you.
Yeah. Nothing, like literally you go down, there's not a single thing available. And that's specifically because probably because the air conditioning thing. They're not putting anybody in right now. But if you go to, let's just check different dates and see what it would be. See if there's anything available at the end of July. That'd be interesting. Hang on tight, it says. And now it says save up to 30% on rooms. Okay, so there you go. Standard price $595.
That's 30% off.
30% off is $408. And that's the only thing that's available.
What a bargain.
$408 a night. Woohoo! That's a standard.
I'm only getting mostly ripped off.
But I will tell you, it's a beautiful property. And
it's phenomenal. It is actually a really stunning property.
And let's see if I can find. I
think that might actually be my favorite hotel on the Disney World property. I think its aesthetic is actually perfect, especially with that tree in the lobby.
It is my favorite that I have stayed at, for sure. Trying to find. Sorry, searching is.
Oh, yeah, no worries.
Searching takes up a moment. Let's see. October. 2022.
I do wonder though if this was just a lack of maintenance or if this was something that just couldn't be helped. Because sometimes the units do just go, but given their current track record, I do also have that question in the back of my head of like, did they just like ignore this until they couldn't ignore it anymore?
I feel like, I mean, that is definitely a possibility, but I also feel like Magically MJ did bring up a point that it could have, we don't really know why this happened, but the freeze, there was the freeze that happened over the winter, and I'm wondering how much of that
Wear and
freeze
tear.
affected things we don't know, we don't even really know about yet.
Yeah,
let's see if I can find. Oh yeah,
that's true. I didn't even think about the freeze. That's a really good point.
So I'm going to see if I can start with. Oh, that's our room. Oh, that was fun.
They're losing so much money every second those restaurants are closed.
Yeah, and let's go to the restaurant for a second. If I can bring this up, just to show you what that is like. Share. All right, so we went to the Snow White. I'll just call it the Snow White restaurant, right? So this is, here we are. It's an amazing experience.
It's a beautiful
and
restaurant.
we went for my wife's 50th birthday. Here's the thing, like, these reservations are really hard to get, and the reservations I had snagged, I ended up changing last minute, and that is a tip I'll give to anybody. If you're having trouble getting the reservations you want, make sure you look at like midnight the night before, once you're on property, if you want to try and change something. What I did was, when we checked in, because I think our reservations were for like 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock at night, I actually wanted to go earlier, so they told me to come by earlier. We ended up getting an earlier meal. But this is an amazing experience. At the restaurant, there's Grumpy coming by, and it's so funny because, like, my son was distracted by the video game, and Grumpy's like, "Hey, why aren't you meeting me?" Like, get off your Nintendo Switch. The food was fantastic. This is their little appetizer thing. And it's so
I like
cute.
the
They got
flower pot with the popover.
Yeah.
That's cute.
Exactly. I mean, yeah, and all the food was like incredibly delicious. What did I have? That's my mother-in-law there. And there's, what is that? The shrimp salad. These are all courses. You get all the courses with this. And there's Snow White coming to the table. I mean, it was, apparently I liked that appetizer a lot because I kept taking a bunch of pictures of it. I have a whole video on this on the channel, so if you ever want to see the whole thing, it is up on the channel. I'm going to see if I can fast forward to what the rooms are like there, though, because the rooms at Wilderness Lodge, there's really it was unmatched. It actually surprised me because I don't think that I was expecting it to be as nice of a resort stay as it ended up being. It was like, here, I'll show you let me show you the view. Like, this is crazy. This was the view from our room.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
I love the amount of moving water they have on the property. Like, whether it's like the little bubbling creek in the lobby or the big waterfall outside, like, they have so much moving water features that I really like this resort. I think that's why this one's one of my favorites.
I mean, we had a room that was pretty close to the main, like, hotel lobby, but this was our view. We could see the lake. We had the pool. We had the trees. You could see the fireworks at night. From our room, you can see where the water is there. The electric water pageant would come by at night. So, like, the hardest part of this story for me is that this is a place that I would normally say recommend 1,000%. If you have the money and you can do it, go, because it's that great of a resort. You can see what the pool looks like. At night, of course, they have there's a panoramic view. At night, they have the marshmallows. You can get, melt the marshmallows.
Yeah.
S'mores. Yeah, I mean, it was amazing. And I think we had a 1-bedroom villa So we even had like the separate kitchen and all of that stuff there. It was amazing. So I just feel rotten for the people that have had to go through this, being at that resort. I mean, it happened on Father's Day weekend too. So how many fathers are like, it's a dad thing, right? You're wanting to go to the Wilderness Lodge. It's kind of a male-oriented place to stay, even though we went there for my wife's birthday. It's funny because my birthday, we stayed at the Beach Club, very much of a female-oriented place to stay. And my wife's birthday, we stayed at Wilderness Lodge, which was very much, it's like reverse, but it worked out. Anyway, it's a great place. I feel awful for the people it happened to. I hope Disney gets it fixed because this is not the kind of thing that should really happen. So
yeah. That's terrible. That's really awful for those people, especially like you build it up and you're so excited you're going to stay there, and then to have to deal with all this, even if it's only for an hour or two, it's still a headache that you're not paying to have.
Yeah, definitely. So here's a question that I have for you, because you said you have seen Toy Story 5.
I did.
Okay, so are you available tomorrow?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
We are going to see Toy Story 5 in the morning. Actually going to see Michael right now. We have to get off the stream a little bit early today because we're going to go see Michael. And tomorrow, I want to talk Toy Story 5 and the future of Toy Story. So if you're available, that would be great.
Sure.
Tell the folks out there,
thoughts.
though. Yeah, tell the folks out there kind of things that you're up to with a possible future. I don't know. Your plans.
I'm still in the planning phase, but I do have a channel coming soon. I'm going to start posting more photos until I have some video content to put up, but it's going to be a cooking based channel. Some fun stuff with like some goofy themes, but then I also want to mix in a little bit of cooking knowledge that's just good to have, and some tricks that you can pull out when you need them.
Cool.
So I'm going to be, hopefully that's coming soon, hopefully within the next month or two. I'm aiming for at least by the end of the summer, I want to have a few videos ready to go.
And whoops, that's the wrong thing. This one. We will be back tomorrow at 4:05 p.m. after the Vash Sky Park cast. So tomorrow's schedule for the That Park Place Network will be That Park Place at noon, and then Vash will be on at 2, and I will be on at 4, and we will be talking a little bit more about Disney and Toy Story and movies, and we might even talk a little bit about what's possibly going to happen. We'll do a prediction for Supergirl, which I have no excitement about whatsoever. So
no, not at all. I actually, like I was telling you earlier, that I'm going into town on Friday to see my doctor for my knees, and I was like, you know what? Since I have to drive all the way over there, I was gonna go see Supergirl afterwards to avoid traffic, but I actually made a dentist appointment instead. So I think I'm gonna pass on Supergirl and go to the dentist.
The guy has the opportunity to go see Supergirl and would rather go to the dentist. That tells you a lot. Especially since my understanding is that your dentist is actually played by Steve Martin. So that's
oh, how awesome would that be? At least he can do a magic trick before he scrapes my teeth out.
You have a talent for causing things pain.
Anyway. The dentist would be a far more enjoyable experience if they could play banjo.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
My gosh. Well, everybody that's been here today, thank you so much for coming in today. And I believe we have had some great feedback from the audience. First Dragon Queen chimed in, Freedom Seeker, and Seabrew 1138. All thank you so much for your generosity. We appreciate it. We don't have any hamsters here because I'm allergic to them, or gerbils or anything like that. We just have Duke.
Hairless cats. We have hairless cats.
Hairless cats. We have Duke Electricity is what we have, and we have a maintenance team that really needs to get their act together because we're having a lot of maintenance issues in our place right now. But so be it. We'll be back tomorrow at 4:00. And until then, we will keep the lights on for you. Thank you guys for being here today. Sorry to cut off the show a little bit early, but I promised my wife we'd go see Michael in the movie theater, and it's only in one right now. I got to get over there before it leaves movie theaters all together. So
yeah.
So with that, I will say good day. Thank you. See you next time. Ciao and hee hee.
Bye, everybody. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for being here, Chevy.
Done, man. Cleans them down to the shot.